Good morning, everyone. I'm so happy you joined us here today. We are here for our Men and Women in Philanthropy and Leadership of Brunswick annual meeting, and in our new virtual world. I'm so glad you all joined us over Zoom today. So we will have Cameron available in the chat box. So if you do have questions throughout the time together today, please let us know, or if you have comments, we'd love to hear from you. And we will be hearing later from President Dr. Jean Smith, President of BCC, Nick Vance, Men in Philanthropy President, and Barb Patton, Women in Philanthropy President, as well as our scholarship recipients who have shared videos of their thanks. Your dues, when you fill out these wonderful forms that you will be receiving or have already received, the dues, the membership dues, the minimum donation of $100 to this organization support students like the ones that you're going to hear from later. And so I hope that you will consider that membership, consider ways to become involved. There are many ways that members, if they choose to, engage in volunteer and opportunities through mentorship of our student ambassadors, of middle school students, of our nursing students. There's also opportunities to register for a speakers bureau, and we can utilize your expertise with our students in the middle schools, but also on campus here at BCC. And so you will learn more about that later when we hear from Nick and Barb. But I just wanted to first say welcome. I'm so glad to have you here. We are all new at this, and so we're glad for the opportunity to be together and highlight some of the great opportunities through this organization. The chat box is available. Just a reminder, so if you do have questions, we are happy to take those. Cameron will field them, but also later, if there's an opportunity, we can answer those live. So at this time, I want to introduce Dr. Jean Smith, President of Brunswick Community College and a proud Men in Philanthropy member himself, and he's going to share some updates from campus.
Thank you so much, Elizabeth. It's exciting to be here today. I want to thank everyone for your time and for your generosity in helping us make a difference in our communities through this program. I want to have a special shout out to my wife, Jessica, who is on, I think, and I want to say hello. I'm at work. So I want to take a few minutes to update you on Brunswick Community College and let you know that, a little bit about the college. I'm gonna take my mask off briefly so you can hear me a little better. If you'll take a look there at the PowerPoint that I'm gonna share with you. There we go. I want to share with you that Brunswick Community College has a broad mission. The mission of our college is to provide opportunities for individuals to be successful through accessible, high-quality, student-centered programs and services that meet the educational, cultural, and workforce needs of a diverse community. Am I good? I'm not good.
There you go. Nope. Perfect. Share screen.
Yeah, we have a little technical difficulty, so I'll let an expert come in and work on this.
Okay.
Good.
I'm free all next week. Yeah, Monday through Friday, any day, Monday through Friday.
Thank you, Elizabeth. Again, our mission is very broad, and we serve 1,585 curriculum students this fall semester and about 2,000 workforce continuing education students. This is in a wide variety of programs on 4 different campus sites within our service area, which is Brunswick County. The main campus is located here in Bolivia, where we have 26 academic programs and continuing education workforce development programs. We also have the nationally accredited Brunswick Interagency Program that serves 130 intellectually disadvantaged adults. This is a nationally recognized program, an award-winning program through the American Association of Community Colleges. We also have an Odell Williamson Auditorium, which is on our campus. It's a 1,500-seat auditorium that provides a performing arts series each year and is also the host of several different events, including high school graduations, as well as dance competitions and a wide variety of things that happen in this facility. We also have the Gore Aquatic and Fitness Center. This facility is state-of-the-art. It provides our student athletes with wonderful workout facilities, but it also serves around 2,500 citizens in our county with a place to swim and a place to work out, walk, play basketball, pickleball, all those different things. And this is an opportunity for you to engage with our campus in any of these facilities. We also have the Betsy Center, or the Brunswick Educational Trade Certification Center, that's located between main campus and Shallotte. We have the Southport Center that hosts our heritage arts programs. That includes things like pottery, silversmith jewelry making, painting, also some welding art. We also have woodworking, quilt making, guitar classes, audio production, a lot of different things go on at Southport, in addition to basic skills and emergency services classes that happen there. And then finally, we have the Leland Center, which provides an opportunity for customized training, the Small Business Center. It also serves as a business incubator to help those entrepreneurs get up and running. We have a machining shop, electrical shop. We also have criminal justice and the Synergy office space, which is a place where young entrepreneurs can rent the space and use it as a work area. All these things are happening on our campus sites every day, and we're gradually, in this time of COVID, trying to get back to some sense of normalcy. We have several partnerships with our community. The first one I want to share with you about is the Brunswick County School Partnerships. We have what's called the Brunswick Early College High School on our campus. And this is an opportunity for high school students to enroll in college courses while they're also enrolled in their high school courses, and their tuition, books, and fees are provided for free. We have about 100 students or less per grade level. Right now, we have about 385 students total. And it provides an opportunity for these high school students to complete an associate degree with the goal of it being within 5 years. But about 65 to 70% of these students complete an associate degree within 4 years. Many of them will earn their associate degree prior to graduating high school. They'll graduate BCC in May, and then they'll graduate their high school in June. We also have opportunities for high school students in our county through the Career and College Promise Program. We currently serve about 250 juniors and seniors that are in our public schools, but also our private schools and home schools. This offers structured opportunities for these qualified high school juniors and seniors to also enroll in college while they're in high school. Again, their tuition, books, and fees are provided, and it leads to certificates, diplomas, and in some cases, full degrees. A lot of times, the high school students there in the Career and College Promise Program don't quite get to the associate degree because they aren't fully engaged in the college curriculum, but we have had several students to complete their degree. This is available to all students that are in Brunswick County. And then we also have the Brunswick Guarantee. This is a partnership we have with the county and the county commissioners. This allows for any Brunswick County high school student who graduates with a 2.3 GPA to be eligible to pursue a degree, diploma, or certificate at Brunswick Community College at no cost. This is a program that is a last dollar scholarship program that operates through our foundation, and it allows students who may not receive federal aid or may not receive another type of scholarship to get a scholarship through the Brunswick Guarantee. And this Brunswick Guarantee provides about $300,000 each year to our students, and has allowed about 190 students to complete their degree here at Brunswick County over the last about 3 years. Also, I want to make you aware that we do have a new health sciences facility, and the ribbon cutting is going to be scheduled for early October. This is going to be a 25,000 square foot facility that has state-of-practice equipment for all of our allied health programs to include nursing, medical assisting, phlebotomy, nurse aid, all those different things that we have to help our workforce in the health sciences. We also are proud to announce that the Brunswick County Board of Commissioners recently renewed our Brunswick Guarantee Tuition Scholarship Program through the year 2023, pending funds being available, and allows for $350,000 per year. And it now also includes our GED graduates from Brunswick Community College to receive the Brunswick Guarantee. I'll also share with you that BCC has recently become one of 24 colleges in the United States of America to earn the Lincoln Electric Education Partnership School for our welding program. This establishes BCC's welding program as one of the top in the nation by using this Lincoln equipment throughout. We have virtual welders. We have several different types of welders. We have other types of equipment, and we're looking at getting a robotic welder here in the near future. When we talk about BCC and helping the workforce, we have recently joined the National Coalition of Certification Centers, or NC3, and we provide industry-recognized certifications in the area of welding, safety, HVAC, that's heating and air conditioning, machining, precision measurements, digital literacy, electrical wiring, conduit bending, and terminal creation. And we also have a mobile training lab that you'll learn more about here in just a moment. The corporate sponsors that are participating with NC3 and help underwrite the certificate exams that all of our students take are on the left-hand side of the screen there with Train for HVAC, Snap-on Tools. I'm sure you're familiar with those. Lincoln Electric is with welding. Stairt is with precision measurement. Greenlee is with electrical wiring and conduit bending. And then the IC3 and the Certiport are all with the digital literacy and other computer certificates that we provide. We have been able to provide over 200 certificates since January in each of these areas for our students. This makes our students more marketable when they go into the workforce. This is a picture recently taken at our Leland Center of our recently renovated electrical laboratory. These graduates received anywhere from 1 to 3 different certifications with Greenlee and now are ready to go into the workforce, and they are well equipped to continue work or to begin their work in this area. We recently received a generous donation from the WJ and Sybil McClam family, and that has allowed us to provide equipment for those NC3 certifications, but also to purchase the McClam mobile certification and enrollment vehicle. I hope that you see this out in the community. It's been out and about over the last couple of weeks and will be out and about in the next few weeks. This allows us to go out to market the community college and to set up shop to help, first of all, to enroll students. It's a marketing tool. We can set it up. We have Wi-Fi on the truck. We can set it up there and have students enroll in classes on site. But it also, with the box truck availability here, we can transport any of our equipment to industry sites and to high schools to help provide any training that they may need. And so we're looking at getting different stops on our calendar. Just was looking at an email this morning. We're going to be out the high schools next week as we begin looking at enrollment for the spring and helping the freshmen and sophomores that are in high school learn more about the CCP programs that we have available. And one of our most exciting days at BCC is the commencement exercises. And in 2020, with COVID, we had to do this a little differently. We usually have a completely filled Odell Williamson Auditorium with an orchestra, and we have all of our graduates, we have all of our faculty and several of our staff, our board of trustees. But this year we weren't able to do that because of COVID. What we had to do was we offered up to our graduates to come in one by one with 2 guests, and you see a picture here of the graduate on stage with me and their 2 guests. But we think that what we did this past year was very meaningful for both the graduate and their family members, and we were able to celebrate their accomplishments. We had 353 students that earned 458 degrees, diplomas, and certificates this past year. That would be mainly in the area of the associate degree with college transfer that will transfer to the university now as a junior and with at least 60 credentials that would be able to help on their way to the baccalaureate degree. The professional and technical graduates, we had 65. We also awarded 67 diplomas and 127 certificates. We also celebrated 80 high school equivalency graduates at our BCC graduation, which was incredible. This was up about 57% from last year. And then finally, I want to share with you that recently BCC was named the best community college in America by smartasset.com. They rank community colleges every year based upon 4 metrics or criteria. One is graduation rate. The other one is transfer rate, the faculty-student ratio, and the cost of attending. And we're very, very proud to let you know that Brunswick Community College is ranked #1 in America. This is a celebration based upon all the work that our members of our community do, just like you, to help our students, to mentor our students, and as well as supporting our students with scholarships. It also is recognition for our wonderful faculty and staff, and then finally our students who do the work that help them to be able to be successful as they move forward. So just wanted to make you aware of that. We're trying to promote it within the community, that Brunswick Community College is indeed ranked as America's best community college. On a side note, I ran into a lady the other day. She said, "Congratulations on being ranked #1 in North Carolina." And I had to let her know that we are not just ranked #1 in North Carolina, but #1 in the United States of America. So thank you for your help with all that. So this time I'll turn it back over to Elizabeth. Thank you so much, Elizabeth, for allowing me to share just a little bit about college with everyone here.
Thank you, President Smith. Always happy to have you. We really appreciate what you do for the college and the way you represent us in the community. So thank you. If we'd gotten that applause reel, we would do a little applause reel right now. While he was speaking, I was paying attention, of course, but I also got to peek at our participants. So we have many of you on here, and I am just so thrilled about that and so grateful for your participation. We have folks who have been with us who serve on our board of directors. So hello, board of directors, glad that you're here. Those who have served as mentors in the middle school, those who have served as student ambassador mentors in the past, and hopefully a few new folks. So this is really our opportunity to educate you about what we have going on, how it's going to look for the upcoming year, because we are being flexible and we are being optimistic about our activities for the coming year, but also a chance to recruit new members. And you'll see in just a moment from the student videos that membership is so important because we're able to provide scholarships for our, and Nick is on with us now. And so Nick is going to share about his experience building the organization. Men in Philanthropy hasn't been in existence for all too many years now, but it has built a very strong and sturdy group of volunteers who volunteer in the middle school. So Nick, welcome. Thanks for being here.
Thank you, Elizabeth, and thanks to everybody for taking the time to join us today. This is the 3rd year for Men's Mentoring Group, following the lead of the Women's Group, who's set a path for us and a framework. Our group currently mentors 6th, 7th, and 8th grade boys at Waccamaw and South Brunswick Middle Schools. Students with social, emotional, academic issues are recommended for our program by teachers, and then they can join, of course, with the approval of parents or guardians. Brunswick Community College provides the manpower for the mentoring groups, and we'd like to add some more, those of you out there. And they're sponsored by Communities in Schools, a nonprofit group that places success coaches at middle schools who administer time and space for mentoring programs and other programs. We currently have 4 mentors at Waccamaw and 6 at South Brunswick. I'd like to add 2 more, and that would allow us to expand to Shallotte Middle. And eventually we'd like to be at all the county middle schools. At Waccamaw, we conduct, that's the school that I work with, in addition to Al Sansone, who is our master program designer, who comes up with great programs for us. And then Mike Spadaccini, who is a career 30-year Air Force, and he's sort of our disciplinarian in the class, and really good, along with John McSkimming. Both are set great examples, and with Al, set great examples for our students. One of our roles is to act as examples of how to behave. Each session that we offer has 8 to 10 students, and we focus on teamwork and public speaking and problem solving. Excuse me a second. We favor activities rather than lectures to gain students' trust and to model acceptable behaviors. Since we work as a group, new mentors have time to get acclimated before leading a session of their own design. We kind of take turns coming up with sessions. You know, Al may lead one, and then Michael will lead one, and the others act as support. We work with students in sessions that encourage them to ask for help and to work together as teams to complete fun and challenging exercises and to express themselves in front of the class. And we want to expose students to opportunities at BCC. Unfortunately, just as we were getting ready to have a tour of BCC last year, the pandemic arose and we had to freeze that program, and we're still on hold. In our first year, we were impressed. We have kind of a signature program exercise that Al came up with. It's a ping pong ball race where students have to get ping pong balls across 3 different tables, and there's a cardboard tube connecting the tables, and you have to have every ball touch every table, but you can't touch the balls with your hands. So we give them tools, and we have like 3 different heats, and each time we take away tools. Well, to make a long story short, we were impressed with a pair of students that solved this exercise in a way that we hadn't even contemplated. We were most impressed with them. We had, as another example, sometimes it can be difficult. We had one student in our first year who did not want to participate, just wouldn't participate in anything. But at the end of the year at Waccamaw's award ceremony, we were told he beamed when he got his participation certificate from the mentoring program, and the only award he received that year. So little victories, maybe a little late, but in our second year, last year, we introduced conversation books so that we could conduct written conversations with students throughout the year. We would pose a question each session, usually try to tie it to the particular session that we're having, and then all the mentors would follow up with responses to what they might have written in their book, and we kept that up all year. And this was particularly unfortunate in one case, since we had one student this past year who would not speak to adults. But it was heartwarming to see, we placed his best buddy next to him in the class, and he would speak to his best buddy, and this darling buddy of his would relay his thoughts to us. And we were hoping to get him to open up this year, but due to the pandemic, the program's on hold right now. Consequently, Communities and Schools is currently considering alternatives for engaging students, and this may offer you an opportunity to contribute and explore the mentoring experience. And more information will come about that from communities and schools. So, gentlemen, we would love to have you join us and share your talents with local students. And there will be contact information for me and for others later on in this meeting. So thanks again, and back to you, Elizabeth.
Thank you so much, Nick. I really appreciate the stories you shared about the students. The reasons we're in the middle schools, the middle school mentoring was actually the first piece of engagement that these groups did back when Women in Philanthropy was founded. I see a few of the founding members of Women in Philanthropy, Sharon Thompson, Carolyn Felton, and others are going to be involved today and later today. And so that is where this started. We got volunteers through a beautiful partnership with CIS, where they identify students who need encouragement, who need someone who's going to show up for them and challenge them. And really, like you mentioned, it's those activities, the guys groups have really flourished with those activities and that hands-on connection, where we hope that those relationships that they build will give them the confidence they need in high school. And then when they get to the point where they're considering colleges, they then know a little bit more about what BCC has to offer through the Brunswick Guarantee and other opportunities. So thank you so much, Nick, for what you and the fellows do at Waccamaw. And we have, like Nick said, there's also a group at South, and we'd love to build into Shallotte. So any volunteers or any members or potential new members who would like to join them there, please let us know. Nick's available for questions, and his information will be sent out after this meeting. So thank you so much, Nick. All right, so next I'm going to pull in Barb Patton. Hey, Barb. And she's going to speak as president of Women in Philanthropy and Leadership about her experiences with the organization.
Thank you, Elizabeth. I appreciate this opportunity to talk about women in philanthropy, because I think it sounds so very powerful. But first, just a few words about what philanthropy is. Now, philanthropy differs from charity in that charity aims to relieve the pain of a particular problem, where philanthropy attempts to address the root cause. This is the difference between the proverbial gift of a fish to a hungry person versus teaching them how to fish. In Brunswick County, it may surprise you to know a few statistics. These are based upon the 2020 Community Needs Assessment provided by the Brunswick County Community Foundation. Out of 100 counties in North Carolina, and again, this is 1 being the best and 100 being the worst, Brunswick County ranks as the following. Children in households experiencing food insecurity, we rank 69th. Youth behavior and safety, 76th. Juvenile delinquency is 67th, which is actually an improvement from 88th place. 52% of the children live in poor to low income families in Brunswick County. Child abuse and neglect went from 42nd place to being 68th place out of 100. Our high school graduation rate, we rank 70th in the state with an 84% graduation, and the average graduation in North Carolina is 87%. In one middle school that Women in Philanthropy serve here in Brunswick County, over 40% of the children are being raised by someone other than their parent. So our leadership has the opportunity to transform these children and the citizens of Brunswick County, and we do this through a variety of programs. The first one is through scholarship, and you've heard from a few of our scholarship recipients. The annual dues to the foundation and to Women in Philanthropy help support this. Thanks to Women in Philanthropy donations, over $46,000 in scholarships have been awarded, changing the lives of over 45 different individuals. Each June, the scholarship applications are reviewed by a group of volunteers, many women in philanthropy, so that we read their short essay questions and rank them, and that's how we award these various scholarships. We have a variety of mentorships. You've heard a lot about it from Nick, and you've heard a lot about it from Elizabeth. The student ambassadors, approximately 10 to 12 students are selected annually to represent the college and the foundation in the community as student ambassadors. They receive professional development training and an exposure to a wide variety of networking opportunities that lead to their increased confidence and even job offers. As a mentor to a student ambassador, you're assigned to an individual student ambassador with the goal to help to meet regularly with the student to help them prepare for one featured speech throughout the year and developing an elevator speech for networking opportunities. I've had the great fortune of supporting this program for 2 years. The first year, my student from 2 years ago, I still keep in contact with as she's to hear about all of her accomplishments as a neonatal intensive care unit nurse. And my student last year, I was so impressed with her because one of the things she told me was, while everyone around her was saying, no, you can't do this, you'll never make it, Brunswick Community College said, yes, you can. We're going to help you do that. Another one of our very successful programs that we love doing is supporting our nurses and our nursing students through nurse mentorships. We assist with the associate degree programs first and second year students through an annual live simulation, which is a tremendous amount of fun, during the last week in April. Unfortunately, last year, we weren't able to do this due to the pandemic, and we hope to expand this year to be able to include practical nurses, the emergency medical technicians, our CNAs, our phlebotomists, and excited to see and participate in the new health sciences building that is open this year. Former nurses also serve as special guests in the classroom to speak to the nurses as they prepare to enter their practice, to talk about their career direction and, you know, things that we wish we'd known as nurses when we first started our practice. One of our most successful programs and probably the most long-standing program has been our middle school mentoring program. These mentors meet monthly with middle school students selected and facilitated by the Communities and Schools Action for Success program. And I'm going to read this. This is an evidence-based program designed toward dropout prevention by building relationships that remove barriers to learning. It culminates in the I Am Extraordinary conference, leadership conference that's held each spring. And students from middle schools throughout the county come to the college campus for a morning of inspirational speakers and a tour of the facilities. It's always well received, and we usually use a lot of women in philanthropy volunteers to help be present during this time with these students. We had active women in philanthropy programs in 2019-2020 in Cedar Grove, Leland, and Charlotte middle schools, with the goal to expand into all of the Brunswick County middle schools. Again, we're under current pandemic restrictions, so we're not allowed into the school, and we're looking at ways where we can still continue to support these at-risk students, because just because they're not in school, and when they come back to school, they are still at risk. So they may need the support of a pen pal or someone that they can email and talk over a question about some of their issues that they're experiencing in school. So these are all things that we hope to be able to accomplish. Pandemic has set us back in a lot of ways, but we hope to find ways to move around that. The Speakers Bureau was mentioned very briefly by Elizabeth earlier. These are any members that are willing to speak about their career experience with either Brunswick Community College students or middle school students. And we submit a brief resume and contact information to be shared with the appropriate academic department on campus. I was invited at one point to come in and speak 30 to 45 minutes with classes related to my field of study, which was nursing for 45 years. And we built in time for questions and answers. This was a middle school group that I spoke with, and it was interesting to hear what they thought about as a nurse and what kind of education it took, how much it costs to get your education. And I was able to speak on the various programs at Brunswick Community College. So all of these are areas that are listed on your application form. There's going to be sites that you can visit. You'll have information on how to reach out to both Nick, myself, Elizabeth, Cameron, the other people in the department. You can check as many as you like, or you can just say, you know what, I just want to support the scholarship and I want to be part of something that is Brunswick Community College. So yeah, women in philanthropy are powerful, and we all have so much to offer. And so we thank you. And the students and youth of Brunswick County, thank you for your transformational leadership. Thanks, Elizabeth.
Thank you so much, Barb. I really appreciate the time you spent thinking about all the different ways that these things connect. I mean, there really are connections between from the middle school mentoring piece to what you've been involved with the student ambassadors. We met with our group of student ambassadors just yesterday, and they're going to be fantastic. And so if you are interested in mentoring them, like Barb was saying, things are going to look a little different. It may happen virtually. Their speeches will certainly happen virtually and via video, but we're still hoping to provide an experience for them that will help grow them into future leaders and successful citizens. So thank you so much for your work with that.
You're welcome.
All right, and so next up, I am going to pull videos from Deanna and Shelby. So these are two of the Women in Philanthropy and Leadership of Brunswick scholarship recipients for this year. So Deanna and Shelby.
My name is Deanna Kearns, and I'm a nursing student here at BCC. My journey started almost 2 years ago when I completed the Nurses Aid course to become a certified nursing assistant. I landed a job at the hospital in the labor and delivery unit as a CNA and absolutely loved it. It really opened up my eyes to the different avenues of nursing, and I realized that I can make a difference no matter what route I take. Fast forward a couple months later, I applied to the ADN program and got accepted, and I finally started school this August, and I absolutely love it so far. I can't wait to see where this journey takes me. My plan is to go ahead and graduate with my associate degree in nursing and then transfer to UNCW's online bridge program to get my BSN. It's all online, like I said, so I can work as a new grad nurse while I'm furthering my education. I want to thank you so much, Women of Philanthropy and Leadership. If it wasn't for you, I would not be able to give school my 110% dedication. Instead of worrying about paying for books, supplies, classes, stuff like that, I can really give more time to studying and my education. I've been taking my education super seriously, especially because I'm not just learning to pass a test, I'm learning for my career. So this is super important to me.
All right, here is Shelby.
Hello, my name is Shelby Everhart. I am from Charlotte, North Carolina, and my goal is to graduate with an associate's degree in science from Brunswick Community College by the end of 2021. I had the opportunity at the beginning of this year to dual enroll in high school and BCC, so I already have full semester's worth of credits under my belt to keep myself ahead of schedule. After obtaining my associate's degree, I want to transfer to UNC Wilmington to earn a bachelor's degree in pre-med. Then I plan to enroll in a 27-month dermatology PA program at East Carolina University. My purpose and goal for my life is to help others. I feel that with becoming a dermatologist, I will be able to make someone feel comfortable in their own skin. Being able to make someone realize their worth and helping people be happy gives me the greatest gratification. I have always known that I want to make a difference in someone's life through any career I choose. I am a waitress at Highway 55, working full-time, trying to provide for myself and my educational goals. I believe the smallest things can make a true difference in someone's life. Being able to meet new people has helped me learn so much about others and myself. I am most excited about this semester because this scholarship is giving me an opportunity to succeed by earning 15 credits towards my associate's degree and saving me from financial debt. Even though I'm working full-time, it's been a struggle to take care of all my financial needs, especially trying to get myself through college. This scholarship is making it possible for me to get closer to my ultimate career goal and of having a lifetime's worth of positive impacts on the lives of others. I am humbly appreciative and thrilled to learn that I was selected to be the recipient of this scholarship. Thank you very much, Women in Philanthropy and Leadership.
All All right, wonderful. And so I understand there may have been some difficulty hearing those, so we will find a way to share that. If you weren't able to hear them very well, we'll find a way to share that with you. The recording of this event will be available on YouTube, and we'll have a link to that to you as well. So we heard from Deanna and Shelby, who are students who have benefited from the Women in Philanthropy and Leadership of Brunswick Scholarship. So that concludes our program. I do want to say thank you so much for attending. Thank you for those who have supported this event. President Smith, thank you for your time. Cameron has been running the chat box, and Harrison and Tech. And then, of course, to Barb and Nick, who have supported and have been able to tune in with us today for this live event. You will receive an email with the forms. Please share that with your networks. Consider participating in the organization. We are open for questions. I am happy to have the chat box open. Nick and Barb can pop back in, and we can also run some photos if we'd like of what we have done in the past. But I did see the chat box. Hi, Marty Cook. Thanks for being here. He wrote to the panelists. He says, very proud of what we're doing. We're proud of our partnerships with you. So thank you so much for popping in. Any other questions, though, we welcome them. And we do see there is a need for this type of transformational leadership, as Barb mentioned, and we are transforming the lives of our students with your help. So thank you so very much. All right, wonderful. So Mary Lou Wong Chong is asking for middle school information for their speaking program. So she's involved with Toastmasters. That's awesome. Thanks, Mary Lou. Yeah, any other questions like that? Absolutely. You can chat to the panelists, or you can chat amongst each other. Kim, any other questions?
Nope. No, ma'am.
All right. We certainly hope to see, share with your friends who weren't able to pop in this morning. We would love to see them at 5 p.m. We'll be doing this all over again. So thank you all, and take care, and hope to see your faces soon. Bye-bye.
Have a great day.